identification when operating a forklift. So like any hazard identification, we always split it up into three categories: overhead, eye level, and down low. So straight away, as we start here in the factory, first thing I notice with our overhead hazard is our roller door. So we need to make sure that the roller door is all the way up so that when we're exiting and entering the building, we don't hit that roller door with our mast. As we work our way through, we've got a low roof section here with a fluorescent light in the way, and also we've got a support beam there, which again we need to be aware of as we enter and exit the shed. Work our way outside, and first thing that I notice is it's quite a bright day, so put the sunglasses on. We need to let our eyes adjust from the dark area to the bright area, so even if it means you need to sit for a little bit, let your eyes adjust and keep moving. So more overhead hazards as we come out. Another thing that we need to consider with our overhead hazard is the weather conditions. So we mentioned that it's quite bright. We also need to consider if it's raining, if there's lightning, wind, different things like that. That's going to be something to consider on the day. Off to the side here on the side of the building, just above our outside racking, you've got your floodlight. So we need to be aware that when we put our pallet on the top there, that we maintain a good clearance away from that floodlight. Keep working our way around. We've got another bit of equipment off to the far side here. They're out of our working area, but it's still something you want to consider. Are there other pieces of equipment working in the area? Overhead cranes, mobile cranes, different things like that. Off to the side, we can see we've got some trees. Again, we need to be aware of any trees that are in our working area. Keep a safe distance away from them. One of the major hazards we need to be aware of is our overhead power lines. Make sure you maintain your safe approach distances as per your state regulation. If I wasn't sure of what the voltages were in that, I'd speak to the local power authority to get the voltage, and then I can apply the relevant distances for that. As we finish with our overhead hazards, we want to now look at our eye level hazards. Okay, so as we move our way around, off to my right here, we've got an electrical switch room. Okay, we need to keep a safe distance away from that. We do have some safety bollards there to protect the corners. That's just there as a bit of an alert as well to keep clear. Work our way around. We've got more racking we need to be aware of there. Just make sure you've got no pallets or anything hanging out from the racking that you could hit as you drive past that. Got another roller door over here. It is closed at the moment. If that was open, again, couple of things. Check the level, and then also check the chain going across that. As we work our way around here, we've got a pedestrian walkway, and we've also got our driveway as well. So as an extra safety concern with that one there, we would put that chain up just to make sure that we didn't have anyone coming in and out of our work area. Keep working our way around. We've got more of the roadway off to the side here. Again, we've got a pretty good barrier in place there to stop people coming in and out. And we've also got our fire hydrant off to the side here that you'd want to make sure that you keep a safe distance away from it. It has got protection around it, but a decent hit from a forklift would take that barrier out. So again, keep a safe distance. Again, as we work our way around, still at eye level, we've got a bit of shrubbery here that we want to be aware of, and our handrails as we come around the side. We're now going to look at our ground conditions, okay? We're working on a pretty good working surface here. Different things that I'm going to consider are uneven ground, rough surface, any cracks or potholes that I might have in the concrete or the surface. Is the surface wet? Over here you can see I've got a little bit of rough ground here. It's not really going to affect what we do too much, but it's still something that you'd want to be aware of. If we have a look just off to the side, over here we have like a small downward slope in the ground, which is basically to do with the drainage. You need to be aware of that as you're going in and out of that when you're loading and unloading trucks. Another important ground condition that you'd want to consider is the load-bearing surface of the drainage there. Can that support the weight of the forklift? You need to speak to like a site engineer to cover that. Another thing to consider with the ground is just your drop-off areas as well. So off to the side here, you can see that there's a fairly decent drop-off, which again we need to keep a safe distance away from.